What's up, YouTube? It is another episode of the Dunces podcast. This is episode 5, 6. I don't know. We haven't been keeping up, but it's something. So it's me, Jason, out here with Jordan. Jordan, say what's up.
Tú sabes.
And then
Que lo que my Dunces.
his little fresh cut. We got Isandro. Isandro, say what's goody.
What's goody?
Thank you.
Like actually say what's goody.
I appreciate it. But yeah, guys. All right. So we got something we really want to talk about, and it is Brooklyn Nets. My team since basically the womb. So let's talk about it, man. Brooklyn has done amazing hires, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel, but all right, we already know they already had Steve Nash for a while as their newest head coach, rookie head coach. But they got people alongside him. You know, his top assistant, Jacques Vaughn, well respected by KD and Kyrie. Then they also go out and then they get Amari Stoudemire to, player development. And then they go out and they sign Ime Udoka, a well-respected assistant coach around the league. He's coached under Greg Popovich and Brett Brown. And more importantly, Mike D'Antoni. Mans has been a coach in the league for years. He is up there in age. He's 70 years old. But he was the same guy that helped Nash and Stoudemire reach the Western Conference Finals and who got Nash's 2 MVPs. So how do y'all feel about this hiring, man? How do y'all feel about Brooklyn? What does this mean for that team? Any one of y'all can start.
I'll let Jordan go first.
So, what do I feel about Mike? Let's start off with Mike D'Antoni. I mean, Steve Nash. It's something I have to see. Something I have to see, because I can't just say, oh yeah, he's a great coach. I got to see it to believe it. Most players that become coaches aren't great coaches, but we'll see. Steve Nash he's a great mind. Mike D'Antoni, okay, the man who makes the Western Conference Finals every year. But what? I don't think. Does he have a chip though? Does he have a chip? No, he doesn't have a chip, right? No chips, right? Yeah, no chips.
Not yet.
But one thing I will say for sure, it's Nets offense. The Nets offense is for sure going to be amazing. That offense is going to be amazing. Steve Nash, he saw the Warriors. He has experience. He's seen like the Warriors play style. Mike D'Antoni, obviously, offensive great mind. But defense, you can't. I mean, we've seen. Are they going to play defense? Are they going to be good at defense? I don't know.
That's a big question. And
that is a big question.
Questions regarding Mike D'Antoni. He couldn't really get it done as a head coach in the West for the Rockets. So as an assistant coach, you think this is like more his speed?
Yes. He was obviously not going to be a head coach. He had the Philly job in the bag. He just didn't take it. And once they gave it to Doc, I mean, he lost it. There was no other team that was going to offer him a head coaching position because he can't really do much. His style is his style. That's fine. But as an assistant, as an assistant coach, you have that man with that pedigree alongside a guy that he coached that he turned into an MVP type player. Like the 7 seconds or less, Suns was a great team offensively and defensively. I mean, they had Shawn Marion. Shawn Marion was very underrated defensively, but he's one of the best players at his position defensively. So look, I'm not worried about defense, bro. We got Jacques Vaughn and Ime Udoka, great assistant minds, bro. We got defense, and look, we got ball. Have y'all seen our? Okay, have y'all even looked at our team? Look, I'm gonna just Kyrie. Okay, he's not the best defender, but he could play deep. We got Karis LeVert. He's not the best defender, but he could play deep. We got Kevin Durant. He after he went to the Warriors, he actually got pretty good defensively. All right. Then we got Taurean Prince, who is great, not great, but he's solid defensively. He's like a lower level of Robert Covington. Jarrett Allen, shot blocker, bro. Off the bench. Dinwiddie, not too bad defensively. We got Garrett Temple, Joe Harris, who can't play defense. He's white, but it's all good. It don't matter. And then we got DeAndre Jordan, who's just old. But other than we got defensive players, man. And then once we sign, look, we're gonna sign Paul Millsap. It's gonna happen, bro. Like we're getting him. Like we're gonna have defense, bro. So I'm not worried about that. So our coaches, hires, they're gonna make our team just we're winning the championship. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that the Nets are not going to win. That are going to win this championship, bro. Like,
it's crazy because out of all those names that you said, I only know who 2 of them were. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know who you want to. I'm just kidding. Nah, Karis LeVert's a bucket.
Karis LeVert's a baller, man.
Yeah, he's a bucket. I'm not gonna lie, he's a bucket.
You know what? I think he's gonna thrive the most under this offense that I'm thinking they want to run. It'll be like that Joe Johnson type that Joe Johnson they had
with Kyrie. I mean, we'll see because I think KD was better, in his prime years in OKC, right? And he couldn't win with Russ. And Russ offered more to the table, but Kyrie, I mean, I don't know. Kyrie and KD, I don't know how it's gonna work because Kyrie, he's obviously great. We know that he's great. But even with the Celtics, you saw the year before he actually played with them in the playoffs, they got worse when he came back. And people said, "Yo, that's it. They're gonna make the finals." You know, with Kyrie. I thought they were gonna make the finals too. How good they played without him. You know, just the young players. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Kyrie is gonna, because Kevin Durant, I know for sure is gonna ball his life out. He's gonna ball, and I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Kevin Durant, especially now that he's by himself. You know, he's not with the 3 All-Stars. You know, he has Kyrie, but now it's just that dual All-Star. So I'm excited for that.
But that's the thing with Kyrie, and that's always been the thing with Kyrie, where we see how he performed as the number 1 option, and he didn't perform. But if he's a second option, like as we saw in Cleveland, second option to LeBron James, he was killing it. You know, it's like, you know, it's classic Kyrie. So now we got KD coming in, and we all know KD is going to be that first option. Kyrie is going to come in and be the second option. I think it's set up really well for their future.
That's why I'm not even afraid, because like Kyrie, right? When he played alongside LeBron, he knew it was LeBron's team. Like, even though he didn't really like it as much, but he knew it was like that. The same situation is right now that's happening in Brooklyn. He knows it's KD's team. He's just there alongside him. But when Kyrie went to Boston, that was his team. That was supposed to be his team. He was supposed to lead those young guys to the promised land. He couldn't do it. But now he has somebody he respects. He even respects KD more than LeBron after them comments he made a few months back. So look.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Those comments. What exactly was he saying? He was saying how it was the first time in his career or something like that, right?
Yeah, the first time in his career where he could trust somebody else with like the ball in their hands, like the last few minutes of the game. Look, man, Kyrie just
makes no sense.
Kyrie, look, listen, man, it don't matter. Look, whatever Kyrie said, no one even listens to it anymore. Look, all that matters is what happens on the court. And what's going to happen on the court is we're going to have 2 great offensive players, and we're going to win basketball games to the point where we're going to go to the playoffs. We're going to sweep everybody in the first 2 rounds. We might have a little fight here with Milwaukee, whatever. And then in the finals, we're going to destroy the Lakers hard. Like, I'm telling you right now.
Like, giving out the brooms hard?
Yo, the brooms, bro. Not even gentleman sweep. 4-0, bro. I'm telling you right
now. Okay. So
we see where Jason's got this team. Jordan, where do you think this team?
Hold on. I need to go. You really think Kyrie, KD, LeBron have a chance against LeBron, AD?
Yeah, they're gonna win.
Yeah, no doubt they have a chance. I don't think it's going to be a 4-0 sweep. I don't even think they're going to win the series.
But listen, you got to understand too, right? Like, look, Rondo's getting older. You know, playoff Rondo, I get it, but like, you know, he's going to be a year older. LeBron's going to be a year older, bro. LeBron, we all know he's not as good as Jordan, so that's not even the debate anymore. And then AD, look, you can't trust him with his injuries. Look, with us, with the Nets, we have a squad, bro. This is a championship team. Look,
nobody can guard LeBron on that team. Nobody can guard AD.
Okay, both teams healthy. Both teams healthy. Assuming LeBron James is playing the same level.
Yo, bro, I'm about to have an asthma attack. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Oh.
I'm telling you, bro, we're winning.
You said Jared Allen?
Jared Allen's gonna destroy, bro. He's gonna be most improved player next year. I'm telling you. All right, I'm capping.
Okay, everybody watching. I see Jason has been watching Max Kellerman, so just please excuse. You know, he's not himself. He's a little excited though. He is a Nets fan.
Look, you can tell. There's a little bit of bias there, just a little bit.
Look, not even. Okay. All right. I'm gassing him when it comes to Jared Allen. But look, it don't even matter if we can't stop AD. Thing is, all we have to do is let him shine. He could do whatever he wants in the post, whatever. But they're not gonna be able to guard us, bro. KD, who's gonna be able to guard KD? LeBron can't guard KD, bro. It just can't happen. He's not as good defensively.
KD is unstoppable offensively.
Exactly. And Kyrie, who's gonna stop Kyrie on that team? Rondo? Come on, stop. No, look.
Rondo, lock that up. Playoff Rondo, different breed, bro.
Playoff Kyrie is crazy, bro. Kyrie's crazy in the play. Look, we have our coaching staff is gonna excel us. They're gonna play to their maximum potential offensively, and you're gonna see the Nets are gonna destroy next season, bro. Maybe not at first, because we're still gonna get used to whatever. But once the playoffs roll around, bro, it's a wrap. The Nets are. I'm telling you, yo, listen, look, camera, everybody. The Nets will be crowned the 2021 NBA championship. It will be Brooklyn Nets. If y'all don't believe me, I'm going to market it down, bro. Like, keep this in mind. If they don't win, I'll stay shut for a whole year, bro. I'm telling you, the Nets are winning next season. Facts.
Okay, the only way the Nets win is if there's millions of things I can say, but at least these three things happen. 1, LeBron James dies. 2, LeBron James retires. Or 3, LeBron James, gets injured in the playoffs. That's the only 3 things that I can think of that will stop the Nets from making. Hold up.
Well, actually, if AD gets injured, I don't think the Lakers really have a chance against them.
I still think they're winning. Dwight Howard is going to destroy.
Because we've seen LeBron James can carry a team, but if you're going up against a really good team, which we're assuming the Nets are going to be next year,
the thing is,
they probably won't stand a chance.
Jared Allen is so bad that I think even Dwight. Now you know what? Let's step it down a notch. JaVale McGee's gonna lock that up. So I mean, yeah, it's not even. Yeah, okay.
All right, guys. I feel like we're letting our bias kind of derail things a little bit here. We got a Nets fan, LeBron fan going at it. I kind of want to talk about what Jordan thinks. So Jordan, forget about the Brooklyn versus the Lakers thing. How far do you see this Brooklyn team even going? Do you even see that matchup even potentially?
I see them going to the conference finals for sure. There's no reason they shouldn't make the conference finals. If they even miss, like they lose to the second round, I'll be highly disappointed. Could they lose in the conference finals? 100%, I think so. It depends what happens, because we don't know if Giannis is gonna stay in the Bucks. We don't know if he's going to the Heat. If he's going to the Heat, I have the Heat making it to the finals of the East. If they go to the finals, though, they're losing the finals. I don't care which team makes it; they're losing the finals. I need the Warriors. If the Warriors healthy, can
avoid the Warriors. They destroyed the sword.
The Lakers could obviously beat the Nets.
Oh my God.
Clippers just they should just be in the G League. I don't even know what they're doing in that game.
We might see the Clippers switch things up, and we might see a dramatic improvement. But as things stand right now, as we're talking, all of us, the Clippers aren't really up there with your, if you had to predict like a top 3 teams on each side, East and West, Clippers wouldn't even make that top 3.
Wait, hold on.
Actually, they are top 5 though. And
you would say they're top 5 for the West to even make it to the finals?
Hold on.
Overall,
I got a question. Hold on. About the Nets if they play whoever, right? What if they play Denver? Bro, the Nets are going to destroy Denver.
Nets are going to win. Destroy them now. They're going to win though.
Yeah, I feel like Jayson, you're getting a little carried away being a Nets. You think destroy this, destroy that. I don't think that's really how basketball works.
Let's just see if the Nets are better than are as good as the Lakers.
Basketball. All right, just strict basketball. You got ballers in Kevin Durant and Kyrie, right? You got ballers in Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. They're not scrubs, bro. And we have trade pieces. These are guys that are trade pieces. So if we trade for somebody like Drew Holiday, like a Bradley Beal, bro, how y'all gonna tell me that we're not contenders? Even with the squad we got, bro. Right now, I personally look. This is unbiased. The Nets are the top 3 of who can make it to the NBA Finals next season, regardless of what happens around the league. I think the Nets top 3 right now.
in total, like East, West, right?
Top three.
Who would you have in the other two? Nets, Lakers, maybe.
Lakers, and you know what? As much as like I hate what happened with the Clippers this past season, I think Clippers are gonna make something happen, and I think Clippers are top three.
I would disagree with you. Because going back to what we were talking about before, how good is Ty Lue of a coach? You're the person who was talking about this before. They have Ty Lue coming in as coach. Regardless of how good that team is, like we were talking about before, there's more questions than answers in regards to how good Ty Lue will be leading that team. And you take that and you factor in other teams, how they've actually made this step up. The team that beat them, the Nuggets, teams like that. I feel like that bumps the Clippers out of that top three spot for who you would really have going for the chip.
I just feel like the Clippers. I think this past season they learned from it. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't assume that they have. You can't assume because how many times have they been to a Western Conference final?
But it's different teams, like the different Clippers teams you're talking about. But I get what you mean. Look, I just think that Kawhi Leonard is just that good. Like this last playoff series wasn't the best, but I think this was like he learned from it. Like he'll be like, all right, nah, bro. Like if I'm gonna do this, I gotta do this right. Like I can't just be all talk, even though he don't really talk. But like I can't just keep doing this and not proving this to everybody that I'm actually great. So I think Clippers are top three, but I also understand you. Like,
yeah,
it could be top 3, top 10. It don't matter. The thing is, though, my point is the Nets are still top 3.
I would say Nets, Lakers, and Warriors in the top 3 for who you would have going to that chip. I mean, going to that finals and potentially winning a chip. What do you guys think?
I think the Warriors are still a little bit overrated, to be honest. Like, I think people are gassing
never.
much on like.
I don't think you're considering it enough because if you look back to that 2014, 2015, 2015, 2016, those 2 seasons before KD was there, the Warriors were dominant.
Yeah,
top 5 in offense and defense.
But look,
they were very good. Now they're getting back to that.
Who they have off their bench? That's my thing. The Warriors were great in those years. Like it was Curry, Thompson, Barnes, Green, and Bogut. And then off the bench, they had David Lee, Andre Iguodala, Leandro Barbosa, Sean Livingston. Like they had great guys off the bench, like solid guys off the bench. Now it's like, all right, you got Curry, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, and Devon Looney.
Oh, I completely forgot about the Warriors. Wow. Well, yeah, Warriors destroying the Nets. Even more now. Warriors are destroying the Nets.
Wiggins is trash. Wiggins is the worst player in the NBA right now. I hate him. I can't stand him. Anyway, that's not important right now. Wiggins sucks. But look, the people are being like, yo, like, oh, Warriors be like amazing next year.
I'm like, what are these hot takes I'm hearing right now?
No, Wiggins is trash. That's not even a debate. Wiggins is the worst NBA player in basketball.
Sipping the Henny.
But anyway, look, the Warriors. People are like, oh yeah, like the Warriors are definitely gonna be dominant next. It's like, no, they're not. They're kind of in like. They definitely could make it to the finals, but it's just like, yeah, the Rockets could have made it to the finals 2 seasons ago, but they didn't. The Warriors can make it to the finals, but they probably won't, because they still got to go up against the Lakers. Like the West is that stacked, like Portland, if they make a move, right? Portland could be up there. They could be like, oh, they might be better than the Warriors. Like it's just certain things that we still have to look into. Klay Thompson, how is he going to be back from injury? Wiggins, how is he going to fare well, like with Clay and Curry really taking over that offense?
But I feel like you're saying these things, but you haven't really had that same thought process about the Nets because KD is coming off a huge injury, especially for somebody of his size.
No, but you see the Achilles injury. That's why it's so complicated, because the Achilles injury, it really affects players who are big, tall. Cousins is a great example, but also really athletic players. Derrick Rose is a great example. You see, KD doesn't really rely on his like athleticism to get him space. Like he lets the game flow to him, which is why I think it won't affect him as much as it has other great players. Now you're right. There is a thing. It's like, okay, he might not be the same KD, but you know what, bro? 80%, 75% of KD of this new KD coming is still better than most of the NBA players out there, bro. So I'm not even afraid of that, man. I think KD is gonna come back basically with like maybe a little step slower, but he'd be all right. I think that would be fine. But you see, with that, it's also because they're in the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference isn't as strong as the West, which is why I think Warriors are like they could be great or they could be middle pack. Like there's no, you can't really say that they're obviously going to dominate in this next season because there's no way of knowing that, especially with the squad that they got going on.
But you would have the Clippers over that Warriors team, this Clippers team?
Yeah.
Mm.
When I think about the Nets, I think about the Nets going against the Lakers and you saying that they'll beat the Lakers. Well, you said destroy, but I mean it'll be, it's an interesting series. But I see Kevin Durant 2012 with the OKC team, which was his MVP year.
No,
MVP year.
no. His MVP
2011.
His MVP year was 2014, and they lost in the finals in 2000.
2012 they lost to the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Miami. All right, but even 2012 with KD, Russ, Harden, and then 2014 his prime years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're saying with the Nets with just Kyrie, and then you're mentioning all these players, but they're not really as good as the role players that OKC had at the time. And then you have the Lakers, which people are saying that the Lakers are already the second best team LeBron has played for, behind 2013 Heat, which had Ray Allen, Miller.
Yeah, that squad was amazing.
Mm. Yeah. So when you're saying LeBron's second best team, when you had Wade 2012, 2011, 2014, blah blah blah, that's tough to beat. Mind you, LeBron destroyed Kevin Durant with Russell Westbrook. And yeah. I was OKC fans, so you know what hurt me. But they destroyed, like, you know what it is to destroy. And it wasn't like KD was playing trash. He underperformed a little bit, but he didn't play trash. He was still balling. Along with Russell Westbrook, who was also balling. So it's just like, what do you want Kyrie? Like Kyrie, I don't know, let's see. But it's just one of those things I have to see it before I make a finals prediction. Like for them to make the finals. Yeah, and for them to beat the Lakers. They're not beating the Lakers.
I get that, but it's like, look, at that time they were young, man. They were like they were mad young compared to now. KD is 30. Like KD
exactly.
has gone through like things, like he knows how to win now, And Kyrie is a way different player than Russ. They're both very ball dominant, but Russ relies a lot more on his athleticism to get him places, which is what stopped KD from doing what he can do. Kyrie, though, he could shoot. And Kyrie, offensively, he's so smart that sometimes it's a fault. But with Russ, it was like you didn't really know what Russ was going to do. With Kyrie, you kind of know what he's going to do. It's going to be dribble, penetrate, hezzy, and then get back, get either layup or shoot a mid-range. Or if he has to, play off the ball, run around, get to the corner, spot up, open three. Like with Kyrie, like at least offensively his game is gonna mesh better than what Russ did with KD, because Russ was crazy, man. Russ still crazy, but again, that's another.
Russ was crazy, a lot crazier. I'm gonna say his IQ. I don't know what happened. I think he got a concussion, but he just kept on playing through it. Russ, his IQ before that duo was amazing. People said that they hated each other, blah blah blah. They were both on the ball.
They were dirty.
That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, no.
Because they were still, and it wasn't like when one player played bad, like they would blame that player. Like in 2016 where they were up 3-1. It wasn't just Russ. It wasn't just KD. It was both of them. They both underperformed and blah blah blah. Yeah. But I mean, the Lakers. You think they're gonna beat the Lakers, bro?
Dude, it's just you also have to take into account like what's gonna happen in free agency. What are the Lakers gonna acquire?
That's true.
Flexibility financially. And look, what if Rondo does leave? What if Rondo does go to the Clippers? Right, like that's a very important player that you're gonna lose. What if JaVale McGee leaves? What if Dwight leaves because Dwight wants to get more money? Like, there's just so many questions that need to be answered in that regard. What if AD leaves? Which I don't think he will. But what if, like, and LeBron's getting older, man.
If AD leaves, then we're not even having a conversation.
Oh, look, listen, AD's coming to Brooklyn. That's fact.
Listen, wait. Isandro, how far do you think the Nets are gonna make it?
I see them going to the. I don't see them beating the Lakers in the final. That's the thing. I see them because look at this East. I mean, who's in the East that's going to do anything to this Nets squad?
Yeah,
I mean, they can give them some trouble. They can give them some trouble, and it'll be very interesting series that we're going to be seeing. But there's no way unless the Nets start performing bad, then we'll start talking. But if the Nets are firing on all cylinders and they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, there's no team in the East that's going to take them down. And then that's why I think they're going to go to the finals.
The only team I'm afraid of in the East is Toronto, to be honest. Only because they're so well coached and they play like they're kind of like the team of what I want the Nets to be. Like I want the Nets to play like you remember like before Kyrie came, we had D'Lo and stuff. Like we were fun to watch, like that type of group, but better. That's what Toronto is to me, to be honest. I feel like that would be the only team that give us problems. But, bro, against the Lakers, barbecue chicken, bro. We're taking 4-0 sweep. They're not – and that's not me being biased, bro. That's just facts.
I mean, it is biased because to say that the champions of this year are going to get swept, I don't see LeBron – unless you bring it back to that year that he actually got swept because of J.R. Smith not knowing how to play basketball for like 5 seconds. There's no way a LeBron James team is going to get swept. No way. Barring those extenuating circumstances.
For all the viewers, like if you're watching this, I want to say, and Michael Jordan said it best: stop, get some help, because this is absurd. This is blasphemy.
Blasphemous, really? Yeah, that is the term to use.
You have to understand. You got to look at it in basketball wise, man. LeBron's getting older.
People keep saying that, but it's not going to be a crazy decline after 1 year. LeBron's not going to start playing.
And you also have to take into account the shortened season. Who knows what's going to happen to the season, man? If he has to play in December, bro.
Oh, better for him. 72-game season. Oh
wow. In December, he just is 2 months off, bro. That's nothing.
LeBron, and it's not like LeBron's gonna go from second in MVP
I know.
to like 9.
Look, honestly, I'm trying to
be a crazy drop.
I'm trying to speak it into existence, man. But look, I genuinely think the Nets are gonna win. I could see if we don't beat the Lakers, but at the same time, the Lakers, they gotta sign pieces, man. And I believe in my Nets. I believe that finally we're gonna win. We should have beat the Lakers back in 2000, whatever it was. Oh, there was no way we were beating them, but still, like we should have won once with Jason Kidd. But it is what it is now. Look.
Who's that? Yeah.
Look,
you're saying what?
The Nets, I believe in us. D'Antoni, great hire. Ime Udoka, great hire. Amari Stoudemire, great hire. Jacques Vaughn, great assistant. Steve Nash, not great. Solid head coach. I don't know what I expect from him, but look, we got a team, man.
You're positive right now. You're right. You're really excited to see
what's gonna happen with this team, man. We just need to re-sign Joe Harris. Sean Marks, if you're listening, please re-sign Joe Harris, bro.
He's not even like,
huh?
He's not even. He's no Duncan Robinson, of course. But he's no Duncan Robinson.
Hold up. But Duncan Robinson, like he led the league, but who was second? Joe Harris, bro.
Steph Curry. Okay, but we didn't talk about who the real head coach for the Nets is, because we know that Kevin Durant, Kyrie said that they're gonna alternate, So who's the real coach for you guys?
Kyrie, bro.
KD or Kyrie?
Kyrie just talks, bro. Look, the real.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant agreed with him though. It's not just Kyrie. KD said it also.
KD's an idiot too. Look, our head coach.
So basically, just don't listen to anything they're saying. Just watch how they play. Basically.
Our head coach is Steve Nash, man. Look, Steve Nash is so. He's a player's coach, man. He's gonna be like Steve Kerr. That's who I see it, honestly. Like that's comparison. Like he'll be there for his, like he'll want to listen to them, how they think they'll be better utilized. So yeah, it'll be like basically everybody's the coach, but at the end of the day, who's gonna make the last call? It's gonna be Steve Nash. So there's no need to start this debate because if this goes out to the NBA, first off, sponsor us, and second off, like Steve Nash they're gonna talk a lot of crap about the Nets, which I don't want right now. We need to be calm and loving and caring about each other because that's how we're gonna win the 2021 NBA championship 4-0 sweep against the Lakers.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Nets will sweep the Lakers in the finals. Rookie head coach, two players who have never played together before. KD coming off an injury. They're going to sweep the Lakers. You heard it first.
Look.
I'm also getting married to Jennifer Lopez, but stay tuned for that for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Look, the Celtics did it, man. They were the worst team in the league one season, and the next season they traded for KG and Ray Allen, and they won the 2008 NBA championship. A lot of crazier things have happened. So I believe in my Nets.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
And I forgot we got Jamal Crawford, bro. What? Yo, we're winning the championship.
Bro, that guy is comparison to his basketball skills now are the basketball skills of Kevin. For those of you know who Kevin is, check out the first podcast.
The guy sleeping in the background. But yeah, man. But yeah, guys, all right. So that was fun. Look, I know I said a lot of crazy things today. I personally believe them. One is because I am biased, and two, because I do like basketball. So I really believe in this, man. I just really want to speak it into existence. Nets, please don't fail me. At least win. I don't even care if you guys sweep, just win. But that's all we wanted to talk about today, guys. The Nets, D'Antoni, which some of us are like a little iffy about, but I'm very excited. Very excited to see what happens with this Nets staff. I also am a big Nets fan, so I'm gonna be talking about this a lot more often. But yeah,
Imagine the Nets don't make it past the first round. We're gonna be talking about that, right? That's a podcast we'll do, if it happens. When and if.
Yeah, it might happen too.
On that note, Isandro has just performed in his last Dunces podcast, so thank you, Isandro. we'll never see you again. And then so for real, guys, we appreciate you guys for joining. We know it's been a little over a week, I think, since our last post, but we are very excited. At least I am, for the Nets. We hope that there's more things happening alongside the NBA. Drew Holiday is a pretty big topic right now. The draft is coming up. Who knows when? And when is the NBA season going to start? We don't know. We do want to get all this. We want to talk about this very soon on another podcast. But as of now, is Jayson, Jordan, and Isandro saying goodbye. And what is it? Like, subscribe, and hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Get your merch. Get your merch.
That's right.
Teespring right now.
That's right. All right, guys.
$70 a t-shirt.